Hey everyone. All right, so I hope you guys are all doing fantastic. It's been a long time since I've been on here. Life has been busy. 2022. I basically didn't go anywhere. I stayed in like a 40-mile radius of my home the whole year. Every New Year's, you kind of have this retrospective where you look over the past year of your life and, I don't know, review it. And I was like, holy crap, I didn't go very far at all, and it bothered me. Maybe that shouldn't bother me, but it did. This year, I was like, no, I gotta go somewhere. Like, even if I can't afford it, I need to go. So that's what I did. At the beginning of May, I needed to get away. I needed to go someplace else. I needed to go far away. I just had to. So I decided to go to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I do have this goal of visiting all 50 states, and I would like to also visit all of the capitals in the 50 states. So I'd never been to Wyoming, and I was like, great. This is another state to check off my list. Something that I like to do is I like to paint LDS Mormon temples, and on the way up there, there's 3 temples. Well, actually there's more, but there's 3 temples I wanted to stop at to get photos to make paintings from. And so I stopped in Pocatello. The grounds were closed, I think, because they had like landscapers and stuff. Oh my gosh, I got this great shot of the Pocatello temple, even though I was on the sidewalk that goes around it, and it's kind of in a hole, which is cool because you can walk on the sidewalk up and around it and get these really unique shots of it. So I went to Pocatello, went to Idaho Falls. I saw the river there, saw the temple, got pictures there. I went to this fountain, which is this big sculpture of these eagles, and it has like a cougar or something. When I was researching this trip and what I could, visit in Idaho Falls, this sculpture thing was on the list of things to see, so I went and saw it. After that, went to Rexburg. That temple is a hard one to get good photos of. The ground is sloped and it's just a challenge. But while I was there, I went to BYU, Idaho. Something they have there in I guess it's the geology department, they have this geology museum. It's not very big, but it is really well curated. I loved it. I actually was there for a long time looking at all these different specimens. It was really good. So if you ever have the chance, I was doing all this on the way up to Jackson Hole, and I had a headache like the entire day. I think it was because so many farmers were, there's a name for it when they burn all this like vegetation. There was smoke everywhere, and anyway, I had a migraine that whole day. So when I got to Jackson Hole, I basically checked in and just stayed in my room, slept, but I felt much better the next day. Oh, and I drove by the Grand Tetons. Okay, you guys, they're literally named after titties. I'm not even joking. You can Google this. It's a fact. They're named after titties. Yeah, so I got to Jackson, Wyoming, and it's like this Western-themed touristy town. It looks like you're in the Old West. It is so cool. When I was researching things to visit, I like restaurants, and I saw this cowboy, what was it, the $1 Million Cowboy Bar or some sort of cowboy bar, and I was like, ooh, that looks really cool. I want to go there. So I went there, but it was a lot more bar than restaurant, so I didn't end up eating there. But I did go inside. Another place that I went to while I was in Jackson Hole is I went to, oh gosh, what is it called? I think it's the National Museum of Wildlife Art or something like that. It was well put together, but it really wasn't my cup of tea. Most of the art was very traditional, which doesn't really resonate with me. It's beautiful. Obviously, the artists are talented, but I really liked the, what would you call it? I don't want to say amateur, but like the student art. They had this exhibit with art from the local schools or something, and that was probably my favorite part of the museum. Really interesting pieces in there. I enjoyed myself there. I got to try these glasses for colorblind individuals to help them see color. I'm not colorblind, but I was like, oh, I wonder if I wear these, if it'll change the colors of what I see. And it did. It ended up making the painting, like not a lot, but it made the paintings more, it made the reds redder, the whites whiter, and I feel like it enhanced the blues and greens. That's what I remember. And on my last night there, this part's important to the next 2 months of my life. I was going souvenir shopping and I went to this store called Lee's Teas. In the back of this store, it's like I guess the whole store is like touristy and stuff. Holy crap, I'm at almost 12 minutes. I knew this was gonna be a long video. Back of the store, it has like the really kitschy kind of tchotchke stuff. Is that the right words? I hope that's not derogatory. I'm not meaning to be. The really like fun souvenir stuff. And they had local art and crafts from, well, actually, I don't even know if they were local. Some of them were local, but like the handmade stuff from artists was in this spot. And I was looking around, I'm like, you know what? I can totally do these things that I'm seeing here. I saw prints of artwork, stickers, cards. I was looking at the prints in particular, and I'm like, I can make this stuff. I got this there, actually. I really like this print. Because when I go visiting places, I want to bring something back to remind me of it. And I was talking to, I don't know if she was the store owner, but I think she was in charge of sourcing the art and stuff that they sell there. And I asked her, you know, how she finds it. And she told me that she would go to this website called artfair.com, and she would like type in Teton Mountains or something to see what kind of art shows up. And that's one of the ways that she would source. She would also have like, people would just like walk in and be like, hey, do you want to sell my stuff? And so I was looking around, I'm like, I am on par with these people. If I'm making stuff of this caliber and it's clearly in a store, then I should have my stuff in stores also. At that moment, I was like committed to getting my art into the stores around here in Boise. Eventually, I'd like to expand beyond that, but I'm practicing here in Idaho first. So I got home and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fire up the printer. I'm gonna start making prints, and I want to get my my artwork into the stores in downtown Boise. I actually went to downtown Boise to see what stores are there, what are they selling, and I talked with a couple of the store workers about like what sells, and they told me that stickers and cards actually do really well. So I'm like, okay. Now I like prints in particular. I'm not really into stickers. I'm definitely not into cards, but other people are. So I'm like, all right, I need to learn how to make these things. And also I need to figure out how to make an online catalog for this. So that was like my project for the last 2 months. So I have this Cricut machine over here so I can make stickers. I learned how to do that. That is a lot of fun. I love making stickers. I learned how to make cards. I do not like making cards. That is not fun, but I can do it. I made a new online store. It looks beautiful. Got that up and running, added a lot of products to it. Yesterday, I emailed the shop over at the Capitol. I'm still waiting for a response, and I have other emails that I need to send out to the other stores. So that was what I was working on these past 2 months, is learning how to make these new products, getting the online store set up, just getting everything ready to send out to the local stores and then national if I ever get that famous. I'm not there yet. And it's been like consuming my life. I have not done a lot of paintings. I just finished a large painting here. I'll show you. I just finished this large painting of James Dean that I want to submit to the Western Idaho State Fair. That was my light ring that I don't have on. It doesn't produce a lot of light. Yes, I've been diverting a lot of my creative time and energy towards this. And I haven't been making like these videos or anything because that's been my life. The whole reason why I'm doing this is because I need to figure out a way to have passive income coming in to supplement what I'm making at work. Even though I graduated college, in order to have like my own home and stuff, I need to be making like well over $30 an hour, okay? I work at Walmart. I do not make $30 an hour. I do not make $20 an hour. So like I'm very far from that financial goal, and there's no jobs around that pay $30+ an hour. And if there are, they're not hiring me. So I'm like, all right, my best option, like the most likely one that seems like it'll work, is if I set up some sort of thing on the internet that people can pay that can be a source of revenue while I'm working at Walmart. So that's like the whole point of setting this up. It's been a lot of work. And it's not done yet. Like, I'm still, you know, moving forward and everything. That is my update for you guys right now. I was hoping that my trip to Jackson Hole would be transformative. Anytime you go on a vacation, I feel like the best vacations will do that to you. You go to some foreign land or just some different place and it somehow changes you. Hopefully for the better. I felt like Philadelphia was a little bit like that for me. I'm sorry that I haven't been making videos as religiously as I was. I hope you guys are all doing fantastic and having a good summer. Take care. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. My name is Lance Olson, the Kaiman Guy. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please consider subscribing or giving the video a like. I know all of us YouTubers ask for that, but it's a small thing that really does help us beat the algorithm. Also, I'll put a link in the description bar for my online store. I'm frequently updating it and I add new products to the store almost every week. I've got a lot of cool stickers, cards, and hand-signed prints. So click on the link and explore the shop for some products you'd like to get. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.